Wait a minute. Hey! Welcome to the Ramble Radio, baby.
But
Yeah.
video.
What? It's
Yes.
also video. You're telling me it's also video.
also radio. It's
What?
video, but also radio, not the other way around.
My God.
Also radio.
Man, well,
Mainly
here
video.
we are. Mainly. Well, it's 260. How about that?
Woo.
How about that? And you think it's just you and I, huh?
Woo.
You think
Yeah.
it's just you and
Yeah,
I,
yeah,
right?
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
no. Fresh from writing Donald Trump's I'm always being persecuted speech at CPAC. Ladies and
Wow.
gentlemen, Cody Villafania right here. Just got back from writing. Man,
That's
wow. It's,
I mean, it's kudos to you for keeping that fresh.
yes.
Really? Because
Yep.
that can
Yep.
get stale pretty quick. Saying the
Right.
same thing over and over again for on 6 years now.
6
But for
years.
you to put in the work to keep that fresh.
To keep
that's-
him, no one gets persecuted like I do. And I
That's
mean,
amazing.
look, what's even
I
more
wrong?
amazing is Cody makes him sound like a real man saying it.
Right.
When some would argue that's snowflake talk.
Right.
But
It's whiny little bitch talk,
It's
but you
kinda.
make it very
You make it-
alpha
you
male
That's
sounding.
a man.
Thanks.
That's a real man
So
saying
that's
it right
that's
there.
all you. That's not him. That's all you.
No,
So
that's all you,
kudos to
Cody.
you.
'Cause
Only a
again-
real man would be secure enough to
right Yeah,
to whine
absolutely.
and complain, even years
Constantly.
after you've lost the election.
right to still
You know.
bitch and cry and
But that's kudos to you for doing
Thank
that
you.
because that's
Thank you.
that's-
I really
whew.
appreciate that. Thank you.
that's something else, buddy.
That's
good
talent.
stuff. Real talent. I'm just gonna say it. Real talent,
Yeah.
man. How we all doing today? Welcome to Ramble Radio.
260.
Here we are,
2 away
260.
from another palindrome.
I know.
The big countdown.
262 is the big one. That's going to be another palindrome. It's going to be a huge one. Wow. It's we're going to have one every couple of weeks, which is really amazing when you to wrap your head around. You know, like
So enjoy those.
and man, I mean, just huge. It's exciting. That's what I think. We're gonna see what happens. But here we are, man.
So we just had
a
a Hall of Fame game the other day, right?
Hall of Fame game
Last week?
Yeah, that's right.
So football
is-
season's starting off.
It's back. Let's get disappointed. Let's do it. I think both of our teams are just barreling
You know what?
towards massive disappointment.
You know what? I think this might be the year.
this is it.
Oh, that's
This is
cowboy
it.
talk. That's cowboy fan talk right there.
Yes. This is the year. This is the year it happens. Finally.
I think it was the article the other day that it came out. Carson Wentz, his camp performance has been consistently inconsistent.
Oh boy, that's
So,
not good.
That's not good.
Well, Dallas. I mean, I think if Cody and I just make the drive to Oxnard, they might put us on the receiving corps right now for the.
Gets a little
Cowboys.
thin there.
It's a little
thin at receiver.
A wee bit thin. They
Maybe
might
that
just-
Amani Toomer trade wasn't, or Amari
Amari
Cooper.
Cooper.
Amari Cooper. Amani
Yeah.
Toomer. That's
an Al Michaels
That's a
name.
deep cut.
right there. That's a deep cut. That was Al
Amari
Michaels
Cooper.
loved to yell that. Amani Toomer. That was a big Al Michaels one. I remember that. He loved yelling that name. That was.
Oh, I'm sure he
that
loved
was-
yelling lots of names, just not on the
Oh.
mic.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Shots fired.
Wow.
Big AM. Oh, Eddie Pence is not holding back. He's firing on all cylinders at Al Michaels right now, letting him fucking have it.
Am I wrong? Probably.
I don't think so. Probably not. I
Probably
don't think
not.
you're wrong. I sure don't think you're wrong. I'll say it. I don't think you're even a little. Not even a goddamn. I heard the news. Young Carlo Esposito might be your new Professor Xavier.
They've been meeting with him, right? He's been
He
saying
said
that
they
with
met,
Feige,
and he's
and
not
I
going to.
I think that would be awesome to see him not just as Professor X, but to see him actually take on a role as a hero, not a villain.
Because he's a great villain.
He's a great villain.
He's a tremendous villain. Could he be? I think he'd be a great Professor X. Like if you, I mean, without the superpowers, Gus is pretty much an evil professor. He's got his little his teenage employees who work for him that he's very nice to, and
but he would
about
also
them.
make a good Magneto.
He would. He'd make a really good Magneto. This is like that dude being in anything in the MCU. Yes, please, sure. I'm whatever y'all want to do with him. Great. But man, Professor X, get the fuck out of here.
That would
How
be
fun-
amazing.
God damn, I would love it. It would be so fucking fun. I'm definitely rooting for that. I hope when I saw that news, I was like, all right, this is this is giving me a lot of hope for how they're going to carry on with the X-Men without the, I shouldn't even be hope because like the main cast of the X-Men movies have maybe had one good movie altogether. So,
It hasn't been great.
It's not
and
even,
they're old. I mean, like you can't bring in Patrick Stewart
no,
and have a 10-year run as the X-Men
no,
because he's in his 70s.
Right. That's
You have to cast a little younger.
But yeah,
Same with Wolverine. You have to cast a little younger.
He's supposed to be ageless, so would probably not
can't
be a bad idea to go. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like it's funny. It's all open right now. I don't give a shit because there hasn't been that many great X-Men movies.
No.
So whoever they want to put, whatever they want to do, okay, sure.
And the great thing that what Marvel's done with the multiverse thing is you can introduce your new X-Men, and then at some point during maybe Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars, you can merge and bring in everyone ever for a final battle. You could have two Wolverines.
You can just have them all in there, fighting.
You can bring back young Captain America. You can bring back everybody with the way they've done this thing with the multiverse. Like anything is infinitely possible.
Well, and the girl who played Laura in Logan is probably old enough now to be teenage X-23.
Yeah.
Like, bring her back. Like, why not?
You can do that now. You can have your Earth 616 group and then just bring anybody in from anywhere.
God damn.
You can bring in all the old cast and just for the one movie.
Just for the one. I would be, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But that is the thing. It's like there hasn't been, like, a good X-Men. Has there? God.
I mean, X-Men 2 is probably my favorite, the one with Nightcrawler.
That was a great opening, and the whole Wolverine "you picked the wrong house" was really fucking
that stuff.
good.
I like that one, but none of them aged well.
I thought First Class was probably
First Class was good, and Days of Future Past I thought was good.
I think those are the three X-Men movies that I don't mind watching.
Yeah,
I
can watch those because X-Men.
Everything else is like, whoa.
I remember when the very first X-Men came out, 99 or 2000, watching like, oh my god, they made a good superhero movie,
right?
And then it does not age well when you watch it.
No, it's not good. It's a bad.
It's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie,
but it does not age well.
And then X2 was really good.
X2 was good.
Is a fucking nightmare.
They didn't even read the comic books.
No, and then
they wrote X3.
What was after X3? Was it the Wolverine Origins movie?
Yeah, that shitball.
Ooh, that was a hard watch.
Then they went with the Wolverine, which wasn't bad. With the Silver Samurai, it was okay.
It was all right.
Wasn't bad. That was watchable, except the way they did Silver Samurai. But
and then I didn't even bother seeing the Apocalypse movie.
They went First Class, which was good.
Then First Class good.
I think it was First Class before the Wolverine, then the Wolverine, then Days of Future Past was good. Then they did Apocalypse, which was just
really bad.
And then they're like, wait a second, hold my beer. Let's do
Dark
Phoenix. We can make a shittier movie than Apocalypse.
I think Logan is the only great movie with the X name attached to it. It's the only, like,
right.
But
it is a drama. It's not really a comic book superhero movie. It's a drama.
It's a heavy R-rated, should be R-rated. I think it was R-rated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
That was the only great X thing they've done. Like, kind of, like, I don't know. Like, I was wondering, this might be blasphemous, but do any of the Star Trek movies hold up? Do any of them? I think Wrath of Khan does.
Wrath of Khan holds up.
Story, but not visually.
Visually, it's not too bad. I mean, the worm going into Chekhov's ear looks like shit.
No, I thought was worse than that. Was really bad. Deal was worse than that was the Genesis planet. Have you seen it on HD?
Oh, I haven't seen it on HD. I haven't seen it in 4K. I've seen it in, like, SD.
The Genesis planet looks like they just had Shatner standing in front of one of those cheesy ass like motion paintings they sell at like a gift shop where you have like a waterfall.
The lights are twinkling.
And the waterfall, like that was how bad it looked. Like, what the fuck is this? It is.
But the space battle in that Nebula star or whatever still looks good. That looks good.
That was good.
As for special effects wise, that looks good. And then
I mean, is that top 10? Is that the greatest overacting scene ever? Is Spock's eulogy?
That and then, but you also can't forget Kahn. I mean, because he starts shaking his head before he says it.
He does. This one, he's like, Kahn. But I mean, the Spock eulogy when he's just of all the souls Encountered on my journeys. His was a human. That's what we're huh? Fucking amazing. Human. That's what we're huh? So good.
I just love how in Search for Spock, the dad's like, you did what with his body? Well, we shot him in a tube into a planet. Why didn't you keep his body?
You didn't just keep it?
We have rituals. We're Vulcans. We have certain things. You just shot his body into space.
You just shot it in outer space.
What the fuck are you thinking?
Is there a bigger fuck you to Spock?
Like, literally, you've traveled with him for 30 years in space, and he's never once...
shooting him.
They're just... Put him in a rocket tube and fire him out of the ship.
Get him the fuck out of here.
Let's not take him back to his family.
I know he died saving our ship and everyone here, but let's just shoot him onto this fucking planet.
And the dad's like, what did you do? Why did you do this?
Thank God. See, that's why Star Trek 3 is a little underrated, because at least they had the wherewithal to go, wait a minute, what the fuck did you guys do?
No, we have a ritual. We can save him.
Because what brought him back to life? Was it the Genesis thing itself? Right.
Well, the thing is, they could pull all of his knowledge out of his dead brain.
Right.
Or whatever, and then keep his knowledge on Vulcan, but he gave it to McCoy. He gave it to McCoy before he went into the chamber, and then they fired his body, and so they fired his body, and the Genesis planet regenerated his body, so they're like, oh, wait a second, we can take this thing out of McCoy and put it back into Spock.
That's so weird. It'd be like if
it's like if you and I were finally going, hey, well, let's drive across country for shits and giggles, and then you died in Kansas. And I'm like, all right, and
in a coffin.
I just roll you out of the car.
Out of the back of me. You do like 90, and then you jump a hill, and then you just shoot me out of the back.
I take your dead corpse to a truck stop and put it in a stall, and then I just keep driving. And then your family calls up and goes, where's Jerry? I'm like, oh, he died.
He died.
Where's his body? Oh, it's in the Kansas City truck stop.
Somewhere in Kansas City on the side of the road. I just shot it out. His was a mom.
Why did you want his body for some?
they just shot it into space. They didn't give a fuck. Oh, you know what? It doesn't hold up. We're just gonna go ahead and bring that conclusion now. Star Trek II: The Wrath of Kahn.
I mean, because throughout all the Star Treks, they never did a burial at sea before, did they? That was the first time they did a burial at sea. Tons of people have died in Star Trek. They'd never shot them out of the ship.
Shot them out of a cannon. Fucking amazing. Oh God. Well, we've had fun. Sadly, we have contractual obligations.
What'd you do with his body? We fired it in the far reaches of space.
Onto this new planet. He'll be fine.
We didn't learn anything from Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Where shooting stuff into space
it's not good. Yeah,
it never works out.
We didn't bury him or anything either. It just landed somewhere on the planet.
Somebody's gonna walk by, and go, "Oh, what's this?" and open it up, and it's just a rotting corpse of a Vulcan. Fucking terrible.
Oh God.
Fuck.
Well, Eddie, I'm
okay, all right.
fuck.
Skeletor, have you ever done anything? We're talking about regrets. Have you ever done anything that you at the time you thought was a good idea, but in hindsight was a major regret?
Well, Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me that. I was taken years and years ago about a news story of children on your planet born with what they call AIDS. And so I gathered up some of this AIDS, which doesn't exist here, and I just put it in children in Eternia and let's see how it affects them. And boy, was I branded a bad guy for quite some time over that. I had a laugh. I thought it was a hoot. No one else did. I'll tell you that. So, I just kind of, took the children, hid them, their corpses. They didn't really last too long. And I hid them in a place where no one's going to find them. Talk about shooting a corpse, I hid him in the far reaches of He-Man's mother's pussy. Yeah. Didn't see that one, huh? Bam! Motherfucker! Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Jesus, that's.
I don't even know.
I don't know how you. That's
There's
just.
I mean, Cody. Sorry.
Cody, I'm really sorry.
That's
Again,
that might
rough-
be the worst one
That
ever.
might be the worst. Yeah, that's.
Again, we can always switch up the order. I'm totally fine
That's
with
true.
it.
That's
I mean,
true.
we could, but
Eddie, you can
it's
go first at some point.
that's a lot of petitioning to Ramble Corporate. And,
A couple of them were still twitching when I left them, but I didn't bother to go back. I thought, fuck it, it's a lost cause. Let me just leave them here. Okay. That's, wow. Jesus Christ, man. Cody, I'm so sorry, man.
Cinesnob Podcast, wherever you get podcasts. Cinesnob Cody on Twitter. Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
LaQuisha.
Come on, Ray, get subscribed.
Journey to hell.
Journey
Come
to
on.
We got to put Journey to Hell at least into the 1% to 2%.
But honestly, this has sapped that one. Just kind of really.
I know. Yeah, I don't
That
know.
was-
It's fine. We don't have to be on there. It's okay.
Jeez, that's rough. Oh, Eddie?
5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper.
That's us. Well, there we go. You can find me in the same Ramble places. You can find these lovely gents. Also, right there, baby, my special's up on YouTube. Woo! If you want to buy a physical copy, hit me up. I'll sign it and send it to you. DM me. Name your price. I don't give a shit. You follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Retro Rocha, my YouTube channel, all that good shit. You know where to find us. You know where to love us. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, everybody. We'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.